As municipalities, big and small, try to improve their finances through debt collection campaigns, as we've seen today in Johannesburg, the reality is that in many metros, districts and cities across the country, finances are ailing or at a point of collapse. And that inevitably leads to poor or no services being delivered to citizens. The towns and villages and cities of the Northwest Province are among some of the worst performing municipalities in the country, with not one of them receiving a clean audit, according to the latest Auditor General report. And in the case of Bole, the provincial government has had to step in and dissolve council. Let's speak now to Bole, who is head of department for the Northwest Province's Cooperative Governance and Traditional Affairs Department. Mr. Bole, thank you so much for joining us. We know that it's lots of difficulties in the Northwest Province, but I think Bole is such an extreme example. Perhaps best we start there, because of course provincial government has had to step in to try and sort out an absolute disaster. My understanding is that Bole owes something like 5 billion rand to Eskom alone. Talk to me about your latest interventions in that area and how things are going there.
No, thank you very much, and good evening, South Africans. Our latest intervention is that the Executive Council of the Northwest has taken a decision, one, to invoke Section 139, subsection 5 of the South African Constitution to ensure that we develop a financial rescue plan for the Bole. And also, we have the Executive Council also deployed provincial representative just to make sure that we give life to Section 139, subsection 5 of the Constitution. Secondly, the Executive Council also in the Northwest, it has also resolved to deploy experts in that particular municipality from the province. And as we speak, those experts are there in Bole, and they are doing a wonderful job there. The experts are dealing with issues of governance, issues of service delivery, issues of financial management, as well as dealing with legal issues, and of course, issues of security there. Because the fact of the matter is that Bole, it has been in the news for quite some time. And what we have also discovered there in that particular Bole, there is a lot of criminality. And that is why the acting premier, Nomalo, has also invoked the provincial police to come down to Bole and make sure that we deal with criminality in that particular municipality. So with the current intervention, we are hopeful that in few months, there will be a progress. This afternoon, I had a meeting with the team that is deployed in that Bole, and they have made it very clear that they are actually making a very good progress there.
Yeah, I mean, it's tragic, really, because the breakdown in the municipality led last year to the Clover cheese factory closing. And one of the issues they cited was that the roads were in such a terrible state they couldn't access and they couldn't get to and from the factory. And of course, I would imagine that the closure of that factory directly led to a loss of jobs and people's standard of living dropping. When you look at a situation like Bole, have you figured out what went wrong and who's responsible, and can you hold them to account?
Now, look, the problems in Bole, they are quite deep. And you'll recall that the EXCO last year, they've invoked Section 139 1C to dissolve that particular municipality. And the new council was reconstituted this year. But unfortunately, the problems continues in that particular municipality. And that is why this time around, the EXCO has taken a decision that we need to bring a practical intervention and, in fact, deploy home bodies there to make sure that we don't only send one person to deal with those big administrative issues, but the team of experts from the province. And we are hopeful that in few months to come, that municipality will be stabilized.
when we look at the debt that they owe Eskom, I understand a few weeks ago some power was restored to parts of Bole, but how successful can you be in trying to get people to pay for services when there are no longer services in many cases?
No, one is that the debt owed to the Eskom, what our team they have done is that they have applied for debt relief within the context of Circular 124 that was issued by Provincial Treasury. That we have submitted our application successfully. Secondly, our team, they were saying they are busy with the supply chain management process just to make sure that they are bringing issues of smart meters so that there is we increase rate of collection in that particular municipality. Our team also, they have strengthened the BTO, the Budget Treasury Office, and they have also brought in relevant policies that will ensure that the municipality collects what is owed to it in all fronts. And at the moment, the council is also sitting as expected, and they are beginning now to take critical decisions that will have a huge impact in terms of provision of service delivery in that municipality.
All right. Well, thank you so much for that update. Bole is perhaps the most under pressure municipality, but we know that Northwest municipalities in general are facing many challenges. An update then from Bole. He's head of department for the Northwest Province's Cooperative Governance and Traditional Affairs.